It started with a kiss. Not the kind that lingers on your mind because of romance or passion, but the accidental, laugh out loud kind that happens when you turn around too fast in a crowded coffee shop and bump right into someone else's face. Isla Dawson had just moved to Charleston, eager to escape the ghosts of a relationship that had turned more bitter than sweet. Her plan was simple: new town, new job, no attachments. But Fate, that mischievous little thing, had other plans. It was on her third day in the city, with rain threatening to drown the cobbled sidewalks, that Isla ran into, literally, Graham Lennox. The collision was comical, the kiss unintentional. Her lips brushed against his cheek, barely, but the splash of hot coffee on his shirt was undeniable. "I'm so sorry," she blurted, mortified. He blinked, then laughed. A deep, effortless kind of laugh that made people turn their heads. "No worries. I guess that counts as my first stolen kiss of the week." Isla laughed too, despite herself. She was late, but she paused. He had the kind of face you didn't forget easily. Sharp jawline, thoughtful eyes, and a boyish grin that came with trouble built in. She walked away flustered, not realizing that it wouldn't be the last time their paths would cross. By the time the fifth kiss happened, Isla had stopped counting. She told herself it was all still harmless. Friends, that's what they were. Friends who sometimes kissed in the middle of thunderous nights after too many glasses of red wine. Friends who sat too close at parties and didn't flinch when their hands brushed. But Graham wasn't playing it cool anymore. He looked at her like he was memorizing her, like he wanted to kiss her in places no one else had ever thought to. He called them stolen kisses, playful and spontaneous. But they were even something far more dangerous than a moment. They were stealing the walls around her heart. Isla had a choice to make. Her ex had returned, offering apologies wrapped in familiarity. He had a ring, promises, and her mother's approval. Safe, predictable, and rooted in the past. Graham didn't have any of that. What he had was messy, unpredictable, and real. He didn't promise her forever, but he did promise every stolen moment they had would be honest. She almost ran, but as she stood in the rain, again, outside the same coffee shop where it all began, she saw him. Graham, soaked, waiting. "Come inside," he said, holding out his hand. "Or don't. But if you walk away now, I'll spend the rest of my life chasing the memory of you." They never did figure out which kiss was the last one they stole. Because eventually, nothing about their love felt like thievery. It became something freely given. Through fights and flaws. Through long nights and whispered "I love yous." But Isla always remembered the first one. That clumsy, unexpected moment. Because sometimes, the most beautiful love stories don't begin with a plan. Sometimes, they begin with a stolen kiss.